Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I am Balqis Azhaari with student number 104 and I'm from class 6C Lexicography and today I'm going to give my answer to my verbal examination from my lecturer, Miss Effie. So without further ado, let's just jump into the answer. Okay, so for point number 1, before I give my answer, I want to give more definition to the triangle terminology. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines terminology as the technical or special terms used in a business, art, or special subject. And then, considering the narrower context of companies, we use the word terminology to mean the words and phrases that your company uses. That might be approved messaging you use to describe your brand, the name and different parts of your products, or the way you describe your services. So, in the one hand, terminology refers to the actual words or terms, and on the other, it is also a science focusing on the creation meaning of those terms. In an enterprise setting, you will follow a similar process. First, you will have to come up with a name for your product or object, feature, or services, and then you will have to define what it means and when to use it. But back to terminology as a broader concept, linguists have long pondered over the relationship between the meaning and representation of the words. The linguists Hutchins and Richard created the semiotic triangle, also known as triangle of reference. In this theory, there are three components. The first one is the graphical representation or a symbol, or we can say it is the word. The object or the referent is the thing we refer to in the real world. And the third, the thought of reference or the mental concept itself. This mental concept allows us to recognize an individual object by comparing it to the other references. Even though we have never seen that specific object before, most of the time we're able to name it because we have seen something similar. So my answer, based on the explanation, in point number 1, there is a concept about a phone complete with its definition, right? They are being the representation. And then there is the real phone as the referent. So that our mental concept will always think the same object even though every country or maybe people may name it differently. For example, cell phone in the US, mobile phone in the UK, or HP in Indonesia. Because the definition leads us to the same referent. Okay, let's continue to the point number 2. The history of English dictionary or dictionary itself, it all started in Old English period where Latin religious books were translated. Then the history ran into the 15th century where regular bilingual English-Latin dictionaries were first created. In 16th until 19th century, many dictionaries have been successfully spawned. For example, in 1780, the first pronouncing dictionary by Thomas Sheridan, and in 1828, there is American Dictionary of the English Language by Noah Webster. And then in 1969, the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, or the first dictionary to use corpus linguistics, were created. Since the 16th century, the title of dictionary has been applied to a growing number of reference books, ranging from alphabetical to thematic, general to specialized, monolingual to bilingual and multilingual or polyglot, and historical to pedagogical or pedagogical. Okay, so simultaneously, other words have begun to be employed as labels for more specialized dictionary genre, such as thesaurus, encyclopedia, and terminology. And then, we move on to the point or question number 3. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a word must appear in a significant number of citations from a diverse range of publications over a long period of time. In particular, the word have to adequate citations to allow informed judgments about its origin, currency, and the meaning. The quantity and type of citations required to get a word added to the dictionary ranges. It is rarely a word bursts into the scene and becomes both instantly popular and likely to stick around. For example, the word AIDS in the 1980s. In this case, the editors decide that the word has established itself in a relatively short period of time and should be included in the dictionary despite the fact that its citation may not span the same time period as the other words. Okay, actually, that's all for my answer. I hope the best for this examination. Thank you so much for your time to watch me in this video. And see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.